Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of the TV Tray Sessions here at Guitar Talk with Todd at Todd Beebe Music. Thank you so much for checking in and joining me today. We are sending out a salute to the late great Howlin Wolf, Chester Burnett, who we lost on this day, January 10th of 1976. Any of you familiar with this channel and watch on a regular basis know how much I love Howlin Wolf, and I just revere the man. I always say my famous line is, there's blues singers and there's Howlin Wolf. To me, that is just the ultimate example of such a unique voice and power. And, check out my videos below. I've got some awesome ones on here. I'm lucky enough to have the 1965 contract from Shindig when Howlin Wolf played with the Rolling Stones. I did a whole video on that, so look through the TV Tray Sessions playlist and find that video. Also find my video from my dear friends Barbra Marks and Bettye Kelly, Howlin Wolf's daughters. We did a great interview, the three of us, last year, and talk all about their father and his impact and his legacy, and it was great to get the stories directly from Barbra and Bettye and get the facts straight on a lot of that, and a video of the whole thing is there. Just again, go through the playlist here, search for Howlin Wolf if you go in the TV Tray Sessions and find that video. It's an honor for me to speak with them and an honor for me to call both Barbra and Bettye my dear friends. So thank you again, Barbra and Bettye, for that. That was a great interview, so make sure you check that one out. We did an awesome review of a DJ copy of a Chess 78, of Wolf's 44, and I'll Be Around, which is my example I always give to people. If you want to really, if people say, play me something that shows how powerful Howlin Wolf's voice was, put on I'll Be Around. Waste no time. The first few lines there, when Wolf comes in, you just can feel like you're getting blown back by the speaker. That's power. And whenever people say, they sing with so much power and strength in their voice, it's like, I always feel like saying, do they really though? Have they listened to Howlin Wolf? Because if they haven't, they don't know what that means. To me, that's the man, what power, what a voice. I just love Howlin Wolf. My other joke I always make, which I'm slightly serious about, is there's only two singers that, you really need to listen to. Howlin Wolf for the power and the grit, and Otis Redding for the smoothness and the grit. But, of course, I'm half joking. There's so many other great singers that have influenced me as well. But, January 10th, 1976 was a cold day here in Chicago, and, we lost the mighty Howlin Wolf, and in my opinion, that's the king of Chicago blues, the king of power in your voice, and when you're singing, like I said, I can't think of anyone else to compare him to. He just had such an impact on me. I love the man. Never got to see him live. If there's one person I could say I really wanted to see perform live, Howlin Wolf. I've talked to people that had seen him live back in the day, and it was supposed to be a pretty scary event. It's because again, the power and the energy was just unmatched, and you can hear that in the recordings as well. He is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and rightfully so. That argument can be made too. People always talk about, when was rock and roll invented? It wasn't Elvis. There was people doing it before that, and trying to find, was it Rocket 88 with Jackie Brenston and Ike Turner? That gets a big vote for me. But find all those old tracks that Wolf did at Sun Records in Memphis, Tennessee. And, that's with Willie Johnson on guitar, and, Howlin Wolf and the House Rockers. If that's not rock and roll, I don't know what is. You put that stuff on, it just blows right out of the speaker, and you can feel the energy. It's rock and roll. And so if you really want to get picky, was it Chuck Berry? Was it, the Jackie Brenston? All this stuff that, for my vote, if we're really going to point, to one example, an artist that started rock and roll, I'm probably going to have to go with Howlin Wolf on that too. I mean, do the math, do the timeline, the dates and the history, and what he was doing at Sun Records there. Long before, Elvis and those guys walked through the door, and Sam Phillips used to record, blues artists. That's what he would do there at 706 Union Avenue, and Howlin Wolf was one of those guys that came through the door, and just, awesome stuff that to me can be defined as rock and roll. If you really want to put a label on it, it's got the energy and the tone and the fire and everything. And Willie Johnson's guitar playing is just smoking, very jazz and blues based, obviously blues, but jazz as well, with that energy in there. And that's ultimately what became rock and roll, or what was labeled rock and roll a few years later. And then, of course, with the man Hubert Sumlin, who I was lucky to know, and just what a legacy, all based there around and started by Chester Burnett, the great Howlin Wolf. So we're sending out a salute to the Wolf today. Howlin Wolf, we love you. I sure do wish I would have gotten to see you at some point in my life, but I'm just lucky I have your music here. We have your music here. We love you. We think about you every day. So send one out to the great Howlin Wolf today on this date, January 10th, 2024. And we lost Howlin Wolf on this day in 1976. So let's send one out to the man. So thank you so much for checking in. Play some Howlin Wolf and remember him today and every day. Please hit that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. I appreciate it. Find me on Facebook at Todd Beebe Music. And we will see you all again. Stay safe and love your dogs. Take care.